back to my channel, and today is Friday Makes. Yay, Friday. So we're going to do this nurse's bag. It's so cute. There's a lot of intricate little cutting, so if you have purchased and you have cut out, you know what I mean. So I was kind of nervous about this because I have a different idea for the handles and I don't know if it's going to work. And I thought, well, if I can't show you something that doesn't work, and I thought, you know what, just do it and call it done. So I have printed these out, and this is really heavy. I wanted a nice solid cut cardboard. And I know this says glue it together first and then score, but I scored first. And we're going to deal with all of this picky stuff here first. And the other thing that I did do is that I printed these off twice because I wanted them to be on either side of my nurse's bag. I wanted them to be like this on both sides. So when you open it up, it's got all those pockets. That's what I wanted. So that's how I did mine. But now, to the part that I don't know if it's going to work. I was very unsure how. Number one, I don't like to leave the white in there. And how is this going to remain any strength for not getting torn as you're opening and closing it all the time? So I came up with an idea. And I'm going to use eyelets, and I'm going to use these little chains. So wish me luck. And I left them like this because, first off, they're so small. And I had already lost one of the handles. I had to print. And then I was having problems. So I thought, no, I'm going to leave these big. And you're just going to have to watch me cut them out and make them small. And I'm going to glue each one as I get it done. So these are our handles here for our pieces for our handles. So we need to take and put them on the other side. These little intricate little things. Probably a pair of tweezers. If you're coordinated enough to work with tweezers, that would probably be the best way to do it. And I am not that coordinated. But I should be. Let's try. Let's try, because I can see this is already being okay. Oops. There we go. One, yay! This is really adorable, and I think I have a nurse that I would like to give this to. And she would probably appreciate it. Yeah. And I know I'm going to get quiet because I always get quiet when it's this tedious little work on full concentration. There we go. So that's one. And while we're here, we might as well do these ones too, right? Look how tiny these pieces are. Oh, I was like, oh, I know I'm going to lose them if I separate them. I didn't want to do that. Oh, so tiny. But it's the details that make it special, right? It's all about the details. And how good we can do this. If I can use chopsticks, I should be able to use tweezers, right? All right, so we're just going to take and put this right here. Okay. And then we're going to cut this little guy out. This is probably the tedious part. And like I said, I would have had this all cut, but I wanted you guys to see see how to, I guess I didn't really have to, but whatever. You can speed me up. I'll go. Okay. Okay, so I believe. Oh, this goes this way. Oh, good thing I looked. Okay. It goes this way. Okay. Now, if you really wanted to get crazy, you could ink this. Obviously, I am not. I'm just concentrating fully on getting them on and in place. Okay. We can. This guy. This is going to go this way. Okay. Okay, and then we have this guy goes right here like so. Make sure it's, yep. I'll probably give these an inking once the glue is dry. And then we get to do this all over again on the other side. Teeny tiny little piece. Okay. Okay, that's one done. Was that too painful to watch? Let's wait until I do the other part. Okay, so now we're going to take this one and do the same thing again. Well, we know where this one goes. Oh, I see what I gotta do. I cut out too many of those. What did I do? I can just do this one like so. Yeah. There. Okay. Now, let's do these. These ones are a little pain, so let's get them out of the way. Let's get them out of the way. Okay. That's one thing about having nails. It kind of works like a little tweezer. Okay. this one, this time, I'm going to do it this way first so I have something to hold on to. That's a smart thing to do. Okay. And then I'm just going to go and do this right across here. All right, tweezer time. A little corner here. Okay. Cover this like so. Okay. And then we've got, where those long pieces? There they are. Okay. So we're just going to cut these out like so. I cut this side out. Get our sides trimmed first. That makes it much easier. Good thing I'm learning that right at the very end. Okay. Let's get this one out too. We won't lose it. You'll know where it went, won't you? Just trying to get my... Okay, so you go this way and you go this way. All right. I haven't used a tweezer so much before. I'm surprised I even knew where it was. Get me in practice for lunch today. My husband and I are going to go for Chinese food, and I like to use chopsticks, so it'll get me primed up for my chopsticks. We have a little restaurant. It's just the tiniest little place. I think it holds maybe about 15 people, maybe. And they make the absolute best Chinese food. Okay, we're gonna cut this one out. Alrighty, so now we have these all done. Now comes the fun part. This is the part that I am very unsure of. Oh, no, don't do that there. Ooh. I think my pocket will cover that anyways. Okay. Now we're going to go back to this one because it's dry, and I'm just going to put my pin in my glue. If I can find the hole. There we go. Okay. So, get these out of the way. There's no. What I did was I have these nice and thick too, and I did them front to back. Front and back. So now, it's not going to matter which side my handles go on. And this needs to go here like so, right? And what I thought to do is very carefully and I have to use, just wing it, just go for it. So just go for it. Okay, so we're going to put it right about, well, let's do this so we get them all the same. We get them the same way. Let's see if that's going to be enough. A little bit more back. A little back. Back. Try that. Okay, so we are just going to put that in there like that. And here she goes. You know what I could have done? Both of them at the same time, but you're yelling at me. Why don't you make it easy on yourself? So do them both at the same time. Duh. Okay. Well, let's just do them now. No, that's not. They're not going to matter if they're not perfect. You shouldn't be able to tell if they're not lined up perfectly. How did I do? Oh, look at that. Now that was luck, pure luck. Okay, so now I want to find, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. They all the same? Yeah, okay. And then I need 1. I know the ones if I can find. See if I can find. Is my head in the, oh, it sure is, isn't it? Bring it closer to you. Yeah, that's a novel idea. All different sizes in here. Same thing, but different sizes. Okay, come on. There. Okay, let's get rid of the gold one. Get rid of the gold, and let's get rid of this. All right. We just need 4. And dump them all on the floor. Okay. Get rid of this. All right. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what we're going to need anyways, but we'll do the other ones yet, too. Okay, so we're going to get these guys in here. I should get it on there. Okay. Go. That's one done. Time for a manicure on Saturday. And I'm looking forward to that. No, Saturday, Sunday. This Saturday is Craft and Chat. I'm looking forward to that too. Okay. Okay, handle's done. This is cute. This is gonna be cute, I hope. I hope. Oh, you know what I could have done was just do them directly that, but that takes away from what I wanted. My vision. My vision. Okay, so now we need to do the same thing here. One, two. I never used to put these washers in, but you know, they're kind of a necessity, I think. Just locks everything in place. There we go. Okay, and now I gotta put them on here. And this is the hardest part to get them off. So I'm going to put them on here. This mat is terrible for getting anything little off. Okay. So now we're going to keep our spacing the same and see where that takes us. Oh, it takes us too far. Okay, so let's put it up one. Try that. I can come up just one more. One more little, there we go. That should be about right. Ooh, that's not just right. Let's put this back. That one's going to be kind of shady. Shady. Come on. Come on. I hate it when it gets stuck and doesn't want to go back. Oh, I just want you back one. Oh, yeah. See what you just did to me. Okay, let's try that. That is better, I think. Yes, that's perfect. This one, not so much. Hopefully it will hold. Wish me luck. Oh, it's just on. Oh, it's there. It's there, but just barely. Okay. Oh, get in there. There we go. Tricky, but oh. Tricky, but oh. Okay, let's try it this way. Okay, come on now. Line up, line up. There we go, okay. Not exactly how I would have liked to seen that one, but it's okay. It'll hold. Okay. Yeah, that was kind of easier. Okay. There we go. I'll tighten that one up a little bit more. Okay. Try this again. We have it set where we want it. If I wasn't so shaky. I'm gonna find some more of these. Some of these are longer than others. They're different sizes, and that makes it tricky. I only need two. I only need two. And this one has a back. Put this one back in there, and let's find a back. A washer, as they call them. Okay. No, no, don't. If these things slip out of place when you're squeezing down, I had that happen. I was doing it for somebody in a workshop, and it slipped. And, oh, I couldn't get it out, and I was so afraid of ruining her project. After much battle, we finally got it out. Oh, come on. We finally got it out and didn't ruin the project. I brushed Nugget this morning. I see there's one of his hairs there. He has gotten into we have gotten into the routine. There we go. That he likes to start whining for his breakfast. And when he starts that, I just bring him up here and I brush him. And now he's kind of gotten to the point like, oh, okay, it's time for my brushing. Make me handsome. And now it's part of our routine. Oh, that's one of those. Okay. That's all right. A little different, but that's okay. These ones you should be able to squeeze on a little bit. Okay. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Squish. And done. Okay. Whew. Just a little bit more of a squeeze. That probably took me half an hour to get that done. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Okay, now these. So here are what my thoughts were. To put this through here, and through here. And this is my process, my thought process. And it's very difficult to put on such a short chain. So what I might do, instead of struggling with this in front of you, you see what I want to do, I may take and do this off screen. Yeah, put you out of your misery for a bit. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And voila, I kind of got, I think I achieved what I was going for. What I did end up doing was putting 3 more balls on here so that it would make it easier to work with. I would have liked to use the shorter ones, but they were just too difficult to get in there. So now we got this done, and I apparently had some water or something here, and I don't mind that. I'm not mad at that. So then I thought, before I get this glued together, we're just going to get my glue working again and glue these pockets in. Now there is smaller pockets that you can put on here. You could do the big pocket and then little pockets. You could not do a pocket at all and just put the pocket straight on here. That works too. I think, however, I am going to do the 2 large pockets because I like that idea. Especially with the style of this this kit, because I think most briefcase type things have pockets on either side. And we're just going to line it up. We'll probably have to trim a little bit, and I'm okay with that, because it just seems a little bit over there, but that's okay. We'll just trim it up when it's dry. And this one I'm going to do like so. It's nice when the glue is actually working. And we're going to trim again, like I said, we'll trim. Now maybe on this one, put this aside. On this one, I'm going to do this pocket as well, but then maybe we'll do those small pockets. Okay. Keep it off of the fold. There's a score there. And then, let's see, how do these fit? We could do them like this. I like that. I like that. What do you think? And, oh, I see what's going down here. Maybe some of these are larger than the other. Oh, I see. Yep, okay. So we're just going to, I'm going to just take and glue these little pieces here, because I just want to glue these in place where I want them, so I can line them up pretty close to being where even. Okay, and then we're just going to do a little bit on here too. Oop. So that kind of goes. Want them just to be kind of sort of the same, yeah, like so. Just like so. So this will be a big pocket, and this will be the small pocket. Like so. I like that. Okay. And then we're just going to run our glue all along the bottom and the sides. We're going to place that right about there. Yep, like that. On the bottom. Of course, my finger is in the way. That's okay. Put a little bit of glue in there. I'm just going to line that up. Right about so. There we go. Okay, so we have that done. Let's let those dry. Come on now, good, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna let those dry a little bit. Then we have our pen. Our pen. This is so cute. I love making pens. Oh, there's our recycle truck coming picking up our goods. Now I cut off this little end here, it was pokey. because there just wasn't enough room to put my pen in there, enough to glue it down properly. And I'm not really certain that this is enough to gather around there either. So you know what? It's gone. Because I'd rather my pen be in there securely than having that little pokey thing. So I'm just going to take and I'm just going to glue, glue, glue. Lots of glue, glue, glue. We're going to glue both sides. Put glue down where the pen is going to be, where the head of the pen. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot. I almost forgot. I want to put a paper clip on here. So I'm just going to, it would have been much easier to do before the glue was on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put it up about here. And right about, paper clip is a little long, but it's either or. Well, you know what? Let's do it this way, because then we can put a little charm on there so the nurse doesn't lose her pen. And then we're going to put the pen in place, like so. And I'm just lining it up to that, to the bottom. And then I'm just going, oops, put my glue on here, lots of it, because I want my pen to stay in place. Okay, and then we're just going to let it do its thing and push that. Make sure that the paper and the glue is all snug up against the pen. That'll help it stay in place. I get the glue. No glue on my fingers, so just push it in. Push it in really well. There we go. And then we're going to let that dry, and then we'll put a little charm on that. So what else have we got in here? We have, well, we have the little notebook. Now I did the little notebook already. And what I did, I had some papers from when I did the signatures. And I just thought, that's just cute little bow around there. Easy peasy. Printed it on both sides so it was a nice. And that's all I did with that. Now this guy here, this guy confuses me, because I'm trying to think of how you would, I don't like the white. I just don't like that white in there. But if you take and make this as a little opening, then there's just not enough stuff here to keep this together in my eyes. So I thought what I could do, what did I think I could do? Score it here so that it actually opens up like this. So let's just try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? So let's just score it. And I'm just going to bring my ruler down here. And I'm going to score it right along here. So that gives me, hopefully I'm straight. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let me know if we're straight. That look good? But we should have a little bit more. Yeah, let's do it like this. Because if we do this, right? If we do this, and it's okay that it didn't go through on the other one. Well, it did kind of, sort of. Okay, so if we do this and this, and this, see where I'm going? Now we got some meat here. And now we could take and I'm trying to figure out a way I can cut this white out of here. And if I do it here, it's not going to have anything to glue onto. Just suck it up. The white is there, right? The white is there. Let's try to disguise it a little bit. The white is just there. It's just there. Make it so it's not quite so bold in your face white. Okay. Alrighty. And then where we scored it here, I'm going to leave this like this. And we're going to glue in here, all along here. And let's see what we got here. All right. Okay. We'll let that dry. And then the rest is just decorate, decorate, decorate. But what I'm going to do, there's this glue in here. There we go. Okay, we're going to let that dry. I'll probably ink that up a little bit more. And, okay, so what I thought I would do is I have this white sheet, and I thought it resembles cotton, but we would have used cotton bandages back then. And I made 2 signatures. So I thought what I'd do is I'm going to sew my signatures onto here, and then I'm going to glue them into the book. And what I'm going to do is we're going to glue this together now so that it will be dry when I want to glue my signatures in. And then I'm going to leave it at that, and I will come back and show you the end result when it's all dry and signatures are in and a little more decorations done. Oh, this glue was doing so good for me. This is Aileen's glue, and it's very thick, but it's a very good glue. And the thicker means less water, which means less chance of your papers wrinkling up. I have this here, which is a lot of water in there. So I only use it in certain places where I know it's okay. And then we're just going to put this in like this, and we're going to kind of line it up. Oop, oop, oop. Get back here. And we just want to line them up so that they fit together like so. Perfecto. All right, and then I'm going to just hold these in place for a little bit. Oop. I'm going to make sure that your bottom is nice and lined up. There we go. And I'm going to trim my corners once this is dry. But I put a fair amount of glue on there, so it'll take a little while before it's dry, but that's okay. I got my signatures to sew in, And I'm just going to pop this in like so. And I'll pop this one in here. Okay. There we go. That whole thing's kind of sort of in place for me. Hey, look how cute that is. Oh, that's adorable. Adorable. And then when we get this in here like so, let's get this pushed down. You can see where I slipped on my glue there, but that's all right. That's all right. There. Oh, she's adorable. I love her. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to get my signatures bound. I think you guys have probably watched that many times. You don't need to see me do that. So I will be back shortly with a finished product. Thank you. Wait, don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and she's all dry and it's adorable. I also got my nails done. So it's been a little while. She is definitely dry. So I love the way the handles worked. They move out of the way. You could tie it, whatever. I thought you could, if you wanted to, you could put some Velcro in there to hold the handles together, or you could put a tie on there if you wanted. But anyways, she is adorable. I love her. Let's have a peek inside. So I put the pockets like this on the front, if you remember. And there's my little bandages, notepad. And that fits in that pocket just fine. Here's the syringe. I just glued it together. I don't know if you were supposed to do something with it, or you could have, I suppose you could have probably made that a pen too if you had wanted to, but I didn't. But anyways, her syringe is there. Her eye chart is there. And her stethoscope. And then these beautiful pages. I'm trusting that I am in view here. I can't really see, but we'll see. And I did put the little charm. I found a 4-leaf clover, and I thought, well, in medical, that's probably a good luck charm. And just some of my regular dyed papers. And then this one here, I put my scraps together from the little notebook, and I just glued them together and made one full page out of them. Kind of different. And then here is some healing happens here. So all a bunch of different nurses in their day. Looks like the pictures have been around for a while. And then I've made a little pocket here in tender care. There's lots of sentiments. Look at that, isn't that a beautiful page? Lots of sentiments. Here's the other part of that page. And an envelope with some more. I've had this dyed envelope, I don't know, probably a year already. I still have a few that I had done. I lost them and I found them again. And then we have the nurse's chart. And it hides the little pockets that I made in here. That holds some more pictures of In Steady Hands We Trust and Moments That Mattered. So I thought, well, we'll put this as secret pictures for the nurse. And then because I had glued this on here, I just kind of fancied this page up a little bit so you couldn't see that. And this the binding that I did makes it so that it stays nice and flat. And then and nurses are heart of healthcare, and they are. So it's a lot of writing space in this journal, which is what I intended. And different folds and whatnots. So hopefully whoever gets this will fill in and have lots of fun with this. And here is her full bottles of pills, and then her empty, she's got to fill those. And then her little heart monitor thing. And I just left it as a, you can write in there. That's all I did with that. And I tuck it in that way. So plenty of room yet to put stuff in here. And there's my gauze binding the book, holding the signatures in place. And there we go. There she is. Oh, and of course the pen. The pen, yeah, I showed you the pen. So there she is in all her cuteness. I think it's just adorable. Absolutely adorable. I hope that if you make one, you show them in the groups. You can post them in, of course, Petals and Parchment group, but you also post it in Sophie's Crafty Corner. I would love to see them in my group too. So there we have it. Have yourselves an awesome day. And if you make one, like I said, make sure you post it because they're just adorable. All right. I will leave the information as to where you can get this in the description box of this video. All right, bye-bye.